What is up, everybody? Good morning. I was just checking this stream to see if it was working on YouTube, and I currently can't play it. And according to this stream, we did this stream 1 month ago. Now, according to my math, we're live right now. But anyway, and to my college football fans, happy Selection Sunday. It's one of the biggest days in college football. We find out who's going to the playoff and who's going to those random bowl games. And for me personally, I really hope Bama gets left out because I hate Bama. But anyway, that's another topic for another day. Yes, we are going to be discussing what we liked in 2024 and what we want to see in 2025. But I am not alone today. Joining me today, he's been here before. He's been on other shows with me before. So welcome him back, Leo from the Wrestling Retrospective.
Yeah, guys. I mean, good afternoon to us in the UK. And yeah, glad to be back.
Yeah.
Talking
Let's
some
do this
WWE
thing.
and AEW.
Yeah, it's I mean, heck, what's today's date? December 8th.
Something like that. Yes.
So we're like 3 weeks from the end of 2024, which is beyond crazy to me.
Yep.
But it's just insane. But we're gonna do a year in review and a year preview, pretty much. So
yeah.
So with that being said, he's handling the AEW. I'm handling the WWE. So
mostly AEW.
Well, okay, mostly AEW. There you go. He's handling some AEW.
Yes.
So with that being said, we're going to start with the year in review, 2024, because obviously we are in 2024. So I'm going to send it to you for your first one. We're going to go back and forth. So
yes. So my first pick is, very obvious pick. It's the rise of Swerve Strickland and his run as AEW World Champion this year, and just from what he was doing in WWE, being a cruiserweight and the lower mid card of NXT to being a world champion in a different company has been just fantastic to watch over the past year or so.
I was gonna add a comment to that, but I don't want to possibly steal one of yours, so I'm gonna hide it for now. Okay. But I can come back to it because it has something to do with in that range. Okay. Yeah, Swerve was a star this year, and even though he had the belt for what, 4 months?
Yeah, from Dynasty, which is in April, to All In, which was August. So yeah, something like that.
4.5 months, and he was great. Yeah. He never got that star recognition in WWE. I mean, he was one of the top. He was never even the top guy in NXT.
He was never Cruiserweight champion. He was North American champion for a bit, and that was it, really.
But I mean, he was never like the top guy. Like when he went to the main roster, he was cut like a month later, right?
Yes, he went up as part of Hit Row, which wasn't a great start for him, and then he was released not long afterwards.
Poor Hit Row.
And what a mistake that was in hindsight.
My boy Top Dollar,
who somehow has a world title match this month in TNA.
That's like some other universe. Stuff. Like it's Dolph Ziggler versus Top Dollar in TNA. This is like the multiverse working its best magic. And I was just like, well, good for him, because I really do like him. I've met him. The nicest guy. He told me a funny story, and I promised I wouldn't spill that story to anyone, so I won't. I could maybe tell you off stream, but I can't do it here. Yeah, nicest guy. I thought when he came back in 2020, what was that, 2022?
Something like
that. Was that 2023?
I don't blur together.
Yeah, it just blurs together. Yeah, I thought they were going to do something with him. They didn't do much, and then they released him again. But he's still getting work, obviously. Maybe he'll win the world title. I doubt it.
I highly doubt it.
Yeah, I doubt it. But, all right, my first 2024 best moment. And you know what? I'm going to switch up the order a little. I'm going to put this one as number one because I was there for this one. That WrestleMania 40 Night 2 ending.
Yeah.
Holy moly. So we're sitting there. we're sitting there. We know Cena's coming, pretty much. We
Yeah.
we got it for Solo. We think Cena's coming for Solo. We knew Rock was coming for Cena. We put that together in
Yep.
the moment. But then we're like, all right, glass break, glass break, glass break. Then the Shield music hits, and then you have that moment of like panic in the crowd. Like, wait, did they just get mocked? Like
Yeah.
Moxley here? Everyone's looking around because they don't know where they're coming from.
Yeah.
So it's like a panic moment. Everyone's looking around, myself included, no idea. So it's
Yeah.
just like, and then the awkward camera angle. I thought it was a fan at first, personally,
Yeah. Okay.
just because the way they shot it. But we came to understand why they shot it like that. But then Seth Rollins gets taken out by Roman, and we're all like, okay, glass break, glass break, glass break, and then the gong. And we're like,
Yeah, the place erupted.
oh my god, no way! And then he appears in the middle of the ring, and we're like, the fact that I was there, because what happened? Go for it.
I was saying it's weird. Like on Taker didn't know he was doing that until on the day. They asked him while he was in the audience. Well, I think he was up in a box or something, but
yeah, they tried to get Austin one last time. He didn't do it.
Yeah, and he said no, so they got Undertaker.
Phil Haynes says, Bobby, what's up, Phil? How we doing today, buddy? Talking wrestling. Comment your best stuff from 2024. Or, well, maybe do one at a time so we don't get spoiled, because you might spoil some of ours. But yes, the WrestleMania 2024 ending. So, a little hindsight, not hindsight, little backstory.
Yes.
I wasn't going to go to WrestleMania because the tickets were just way too expensive. So, my buddy accidentally bought night 2 tickets when he was supposed to buy night 1. So, they had 2 night 2 tickets. So, he was like, yo, you're my boy. I'll give them to you for a discount. I was like, you know what? I'll take them. But he started grilling me. He's like, you're going to miss the best night. You're going to miss night 1. It's going to be the best night. We walked out of night 2, and he looks at me. He goes, you made a good call. He's like, you made a good call. I was like, yeah, I know it.
Definitely.
Yeah, oh my. Hey,
cash in to start, and the Bailey year match was great, and
I was a defeated man when Drew McIntyre got cashed in on, but that's not the last time he will be mentioned on this stream. Let's just leave it at that.
Imagine so.
Yeah. So you're up next for another AEW.
Yeah, I know it's a very loose thing, but for me, AEW's pay-per-view quality, their weekly shows have been pretty hit and miss this year, especially Collision. Collision's been a massive miss this year, and no one watches Rampage. But the pay-per-view quality never seems to waver at all. They seem to absolutely kill it every time they go onto pay-per-view, and yeah, I just can't fault them for that. Just all the time, there's at least a match of the year contender on most of them.
I now, granted, maybe I watch the pay-per-views when I'm drunk, but I do enjoy the pay-per-views. Like the ending to Full Gear, the ending to Full Gear was a little bit weird to me.
Yeah.
But it was so chaotic and so all over the map. You're like, well, what's going to come of it? And it's like, yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. You leave it on a cliffhanger, and you're like, okay, what's next?
You're supposed to be asking questions as soon as it finishes to then get you to the next one.
Because I had a lot of questions, and ironically, one of them was Darby Allin the legit driver of that car?
Because of course it was.
Yeah, that's what I said. Once that news broke, I'm like, I'm not shocked whatsoever. I was like, yeah, I was like, I didn't even think it was a stuntman. It's just completely honest with you. And I'm like, that checks out a lot.
Just Darby Allin doing Darby Allin things.
Swerve versus Danielson, definitely top 5 match of this year. I could probably agree with that.
I agree with that.
That was.
I have a video coming up in the new year, which is my top 10 matches of the year, and that's 100% on the list.
Now, is it top 10 AEW or top 10 general?
Overall. Yeah.
I think I know a few that will be on there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cody Roman, probably.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe a Mr. Drew McIntyre makes an appearance on that list. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Steven Selby says, hi, what's up, buddy? Thanks for joining us. Talking wrestling today. All right. My next WWE highlight, and like I said before, we're going to mention him again, Mr. Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk.
Yep.
The feud that seemed to never end, but yet it was amazing from start to finish.
No, I completely agree. Drew McIntyre's had a career resurgence this year.
Yep.
As his new heel character, and it's been fantastic to watch.
And even when Punk was injured, it was amazing. Like the 1 week,
Yeah.
I think it might have been leading up to Mania. Or no, maybe it was leading up to Clash at the Castle. I'm not sure. Where Punk was in the press box, just antagonizing Drew.
Yeah.
So then Drew gets up there. Punk's nowhere to be found, but there's an autograph to Drew from CM Punk. And what does Drew do? He keeps it. It's just like the little stuff that makes it amazing.
It'll be worth loads online.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you probably could sell that. That's true. But I was just like, that's amazing. It's the little stuff that killed it. And they had, what, 3 amazing matches? Their SummerSlam match was great. I was like, okay. The Bash at Berlin, or Bash in Berlin, whatever it was.
I didn't like the Bash at Berlin match.
Really?
The strap match and the 4 corners thing just puts me off. It's such a stupid concept.
But they just kept upping it, and then the Hell in a Cell, man.
Oh, sorry, Hell in a Cell was fantastic.
Like, brutal. Yeah. And I'm like...
It's probably one of the best Hell in a Cell matches since at least the early 2000s.
Yeah. They just went for it. And I applaud both of them. And the fact that they both had to take time off after it, and obviously we know Drew's back, Punk's back now, and it's like, it's one of those matches you look at and you're like, yeah, those two deserve some time off for sure.
Oh, yeah,
like, they've earned it. All right.
Yeah.
Your next AEW.
For me, I'm going to swerve a little bit into WWE here, just because I really do want to talk about it.
There's no rules on this channel.
Well, one thing I did not expect this year was the NXT and TNA crossovers.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because for someone who used to watch TNA in 2010, this was unheard of.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
So to have these two companies working together was just mad for me. And it's helped the likes of Jordan Grace, Joe Hendry, as well as many others, just to have each other's platforms to work on.
It's been a while since we had a crossover, right? Like NXT TNA. It's been like Jordan Grace was on that ECW show.
Yeah, I think that was the most recent one, and that was fairly recently, it was a few weeks, a month ago.
But besides that, like Joe Hendry,
Joe Hendry stuff
he hasn't popped up in a while. October,
I
maybe?
can't remember which PLE it was that he came in for when he was facing Ethan Page.
Oh, was he Halloween Hat? No.
No, it was the one before that.
No Mercy?
It might have been No Mercy.
Yeah, I think it was.
Also, a lot of the lower carded NXT people are going over to TNA to tag with people over there. So I think it's more that recently than not.
Lemon Biscuit 48 says No Mercy. Okay, yeah. Because I'm trying to. Some of this stuff just blurs together. All right, Phil Haynes. All right, whose side do you think Dwayne is on, Roman or Solo? I acknowledge Solo. Haha.
Solo, yeah.
I think it's got to be Solo.
Because they want to get to Reigns and Rock eventually.
And remember, who speared who at night 1 of WrestleMania?
True.
They haven't, and there's a better word, there's a better way to say this, but they really haven't acknowledged that yet.
Yeah. Well, he returned it by blood, and no one's mentioned it since.
I'm just like, okay, like it's like it never happened. All right, and speaking of acknowledgement, one of my top 4 moments of 2024 was the presentation of Roman Reigns. They even though he was gone for 4 months, they made him look like a god, and that's what you got to do with your top guys.
Oh,
I thought it was fantastic. The slow walk to the ring, and well, the slow walk cost him the other day when Punk beat him out of the cage. That was actually really
that was
funny.
very funny.
Yeah, the slow strut, and Punk's like, "I've had enough. Get out of my way."
Yep.
Um, yeah, no, but
The theme, like if you listen to the theme just by itself, it's
yeah,
it's
the
like
the new
another tier theme.
the new Earth theme, and it's like this is
Mm.
really good. And it's like,
Yeah, I mean, I do prefer the old one, but the
mm.
current one is very good as well.
Oh, both are really good. I don't hate
Yeah,
either of them, but it's like, and then like when he came back at SummerSlam, it was like it felt like a big deal, and it
yeah,
was, granted.
absolutely, yeah,
But yeah, no, I just thought it was amazing this year. They booked him very well, and they're still booking him pretty well.
yeah.
Besides that, the only thing I didn't really like from Roman this year was his uh, Roman and Cody segment. I think it was before Bad Blood, where they met on the football field, and he's
Really,
like,
people loved that
"I I hated the line, 'You're in my way in life.'" I was
in
like,
life.
that doesn't really check out, but okay. I don't know. I just thought it was stupid, but
No,
for the
fair
most
enough.
part, but then again, it's a Cody Rhodes segment, so it's bound to be
No.
stupid. Sorry, folks. Sorry. All right.
Uh,
You to next AEW or whatever.
yeah,
You have.
Tony Storm. There's been the year of the timeless one. She has breathed new life into the women's division in AEW, and she has been sorely missed since leaving. We haven't seen her since All In, but
That's
she was just
crazy.
fantastic.
Well, she
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 has retired.
retired. Yeah.
Yes.
As soon as I saw that, I was like,
Uh,
okay.
if anything, she's retiring the gimmick and evolving into whatever the next evolution of the timeless one is.
I mean,
I would assume.
I liked the punk rock Tony Storm. I never hated that. I thought she was
See, I
always
didn't
awesome.
like punk rock Tony Storm. I'm like a
Really?
massive metal
Oh,
fan.
I mean,
Yeah,
the
just
timeless gimmick was amazing,
yeah,
but I just always liked Tony Storm, and the fact
yeah,
I've met her and had chats with her for like 10, 20 minutes. It's
yeah,
I think I wish nothing but the best for her because she's actually a really
yeah.
cool person. If she was not so nice, I'd be saying something else. But
Obviously,
you know, well, yeah. So I really do think you're gonna say what I was thinking earlier. So I'm gonna hold off. So
okay,
because I have an opinion on somebody in AEW, and they're
okay,
I'm gonna see if you say it. But all right, my next one, something I would have never ever imagined happening. The Rock getting back in the fold and wrestling a match at
no,
WrestleMania. I love The Rock. I I still think it should have been Rock Roman at WrestleMania, but it's another story. We'll get to that
yes,
maybe in 2026.
yes. It seems more like 2026 recently.
Yeah, it's leaning Rock Cody, but
Yeah,
also Rome or oh sorry, also Rock's not working WrestleMania, so
yeah. It's so. Yeah, I'd rather not know than
mm,
find out as it happens.
yeah, they know he's not working WrestleMania because he's probably going to be a surprise on the first Raw on Netflix.
Yeah, makes
Just
perfect
saying.
sense. Gets the
But
people in.
I got to see The Rock live for the first time this year, and it was
Yeah,
in one of the most chaotic and greatest moments ever. So I was all for that.
yeah.
Phil's asking, are you guys excited for Saturday night's main event? Kinda. It's just
I feel like EO and Liv is going to be a good match.
see, I
Kevin
don't even
Owens
know the
and Cody
card.
should. So there's three
I
matches as it stands.
I know it's Owens, Cody,
Yeah,
Gunther, Balor. What's
yeah.
in EO or
EO
EO
Liv.
Live?
Yeah,
Maybe I have to see it. So this is my
with
doubt.
possible surprises and whatever throughout from what we've heard
So
from various
usually,
reports.
yeah, usually every December I kind of take a step back from wrestling,
Yeah,
just like because it's usually the slow time of year. Just give it, you
yeah.
know,
Okay, yeah, fair
yeah. And then usually January I'm back in the fold fully. It's just
for the Rumble.
because for that wrestling league I told you about, Like I have to
Yeah.
watch every show cover to cover. So like
Right.
after the league ends at Survivor Series, I'm like, let me just get a little break. Like
Okay.
I watched Deadline because I love those matches. But
Okay,
like
so it's just
but
we'll
like I'm
kind
not
of get
watching.
to that.
Yeah, I'm not watching
But,
Raw. I'm not watching SmackDown or anything. You know, it's just
yeah,
like
but
Steven Selby says, no Rock. Not Rock will be there. The
he'll
greatest
be there.
actor of our generation, Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
I mean, I'll be honest, I don't like The Rock, but like, it's
All
just
right, this
I'm
stream's
too
over.
much.
Bye,
Yeah,
Leo.
but I'm too much of a Cena and Punk fan to. I just hate The Rock.
Well, how do you feel as about him as an actor?
Oh yeah, I think I like Dwayne Johnson. I just don't like The Rock.
Ironically, makes sense.
Yes.
Well, women's U.S. title as well for Saturday night's main event. Yeah,
Yeah. Whatever. We don't know what the match is going to be. I want it to be Stratton versus Green, and then Green's get the win.
I want Chelsea to win too.
Yes.
I think she'd be a great United States champion.
Absolutely.
I don't want Stratton because she has
But
the
she's
briefcase.
right. Yeah.
If she didn't have the briefcase, I'd be all for it.
Absolutely.
Mm, mm, mm.
I think it's going to be Green or Stratton. Green or Bailey. Sorry.
We're getting to that, Phil. Don't you worry.
We will
We're
get
do.
to that.
Yeah, we will get to that. Don't you
We
worry.
can't
All
talk
right.
about next year without getting to that.
Yeah, that's my spoiler alert. First one on my list.
Yeah.
All right, Leo, your next AEW.
For me, I'm gonna go with Bryan Danielson's final full-time run,
Yeah.
whatever, which I'll talk about a little bit in the 2025 part as well. But like, him starting the year facing Okada in New Japan and finishing the year facing Moxley and Swerve and all that, and having kind of just dream match after dream match after dream match, more or less, for better part of half a year, nearly just over. I thought it was really good. And yeah, just for me, just all positives really. We got the Nigel McGuinness match, which people really wanted to see once Nigel got cleared and turned up All In. And yeah, it was really hard to be negative about it, really.
But no, wait. All In was.
September.
Didn't Mariah May kiss him on the cheek during her match?
So she kissed Nigel on the cheek during a Dynamite or something, and then he came out of retirement in what was seen as the world's most powerful kiss.
Everyone was like, "Well, I don't blame him. If that's what got him
Yeah.
out of retirement, I don't
Yeah.
blame the brother one bit." It's
No,
like,
absolutely.
yeah. All right. Yeah. So I remember arguing with friends. They're like, Danielson's not going to get the world title. I'm like, Danielson's going to get the world title
Of course
one
it is.
way or another. Now I thought Darby was going to retire him, but
Well, that was the
obviously,
original idea, apparently.
yeah.
But it makes
But I
way
don't.
more sense to have it be Moxley, especially with the
Yeah,
current stuff he's doing.
and I guess you could have Darby and Cassidy be the saviors of AEW. You know.
Yeah, it seems to be going that way.
Yeah, my next one. Liv Morgan has been a champion before in WWE, but it never really went well.
And
I
it
feel
flopped
like
completely.
they presented her really well this year.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, like compared to years
Arguably the
past.
breakout star of the year.
Yeah, I think they presented her really well this year, and I'm happy with what she did.
Yeah.
Don't tell my friend Gavin that because I act like I hate her to him. You know.
Yeah, I think the thing is with Liv is that her matches aren't the best.
No,
Like she wouldn't be in like a wrestler of the year capacity, but like breakout star, she has been fantastic. Every storytelling wise, she's been pretty much second to none really in WWE, apart from like the big ones like Roman and Cody and all
Yeah. Ryan says I'm gonna tell him. I can tell him right now,
that.
Ryan. I actually told him to join the stream, so he missed it. But yeah, they presented Liv really well this year, and like you said, is she the best wrestler? No, not by any means. But she's a good storyteller, so
Yeah.
I like it.
Yep.
Ryan says, "What's up, Leo?" TBH.
You're right, Ryan. How are we doing?
You don't have to ask him that, Leo.
I want to be polite. Just because you treat him like dirt doesn't mean I have to.
Hey, I was with him. Was it Friday night? Yeah, Friday night. I was with him.
No.
I mean, was causing chaos in my living room.
I don't want to know about your personal lives. What you do behind
No.
closed doors.
Well, technically the door was open because we were waiting for other people. But we love Eugene. Yes, Ryan's friend that got engaged. We love Eugene.
Yep.
He's probably reading that like, no, not. Yes, we'll talk about that in a minute too. All right. So you said Danielson. All right. No, wait. It's your turn. Yes, it's your turn. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I want to make another shift to NXT.
Okay.
And the rise and quality of Obafemi is just so good. And
That's fair.
I think for me, like, I didn't even realize that I looked up this morning, but he won the breakout tournament in like the 3rd day of January this year. Has been champion from the week later to like
Yep.
a couple of months ago, and now he's just won the Iron Survivor match, making him number 1 contender for the NXT Championship. He has arguably had the best year in NXT.
And he's like 26 years old.
Yeah, this is his first full-time year in NXT. It's amazing.
The man looks 40.
Yeah.
It's like when they said he was in his 20s, I'm like, what?
No, I know.
I'm like, come on, man. Like, and yeah, he's for a big man, he moves incredibly well.
Absolutely. He's just I mean I would argue say he's the best wrestler in NXT as it stands.
If he were to beat Trick Williams, I would not be mad whatsoever.
Absolutely not.
I'm all for it. Yeah, I'd be all for it. But it's funny you mentioned NXT because my next one's NXT. The NXT talent this year became pretty amazing, especially the women.
Oh, the women's division is second to none.
Like you got Jada Parker, Lola Vice, Cora Jade, Roxanne Perez, JC Jane, Fallon Henley. I know I'm forgetting some. Gigi Dolan.
Zarya, Julia, Vicker.
Zarya, Julia, Vicker. They're still new to me. Geez, who else? We're not gonna get to all.
We can't name the entire roster, but we may as well.
Kalani, but yeah.
Yes.
Like amazing. Like HBK knows how to book them.
And one of the best things about it is, at some point, they're all going to be on the main roster. Yeah. And we can watch them even more. So yeah, it's all just a win-win in every kind of way.
Do you see the House of Black going to WWE? Not right away because Malachi still got some years.
I see some of them going to WWE, but not all of them.
Specifically 2 of them.
Yes.
And they may or may not have been former employees.
And they may or may not be married to people in the company currently.
Touche. They may or may not be married to mommy. Yeah. No, I don't see Brody King being in WWE.
But Julia is like an AEW original, so I know that doesn't always mean that she'll stay, but
wait, what? Wait, who is?
Julia Hart. Julia Hart is like AEW.
See, when you said
talking about NXT,
I was like, wait, what?
Julia Hart is. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't see her going to WWE either. And her husband is in AEW. It's Lee Johnson. So I don't see that happening.
No. I can see Brody King staying in AEW, but the other 2 might go back over.
I think Buddy and Malachi will eventually go back.
I think so.
Because Malachi's faked his retirement like 3 or 4 times at this point.
Yeah. Well, he hasn't faked it. People have said he's going to retire, and he's come out and said, "Well, no."
But it's also weird what he does. Like the one day he came out, just waved to the crowd, and then walked back. It's like, what are you doing? It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, true.
All right, I've got 2 more, and I kind of hinted at one of them already. So go for your next one.
So I want to go with Moxley and his return and the Death Riders and what they're doing. But it does feel like we're going to get a lot more out of that in the new year. But like what they've done so far, the feud with Orange Cassidy or the most recent one, I've really enjoyed. The way that Moxley just like wants to be just violent all the time, even more than he was before, when we thought he couldn't get any more violent. I thought bringing Pac into the group was really good, as Pac's been really hit and miss in AEW, mainly because of injuries. And yeah, and you can't go wrong with Claudio and Wheeler. And they're giving Marina Shafir spotlight that a lot of people will probably say that she shouldn't have because of the ridiculous promos that she used to do when she was with Nyla Rose.
They
But
were
now
ridiculous.
now she doesn't talk and she just hurts people and it works
Yeah.
really well. So
It's a silent assassin.
yeah,
Is never a bad thing. Yeah. The Death Riders are very interesting. Moxley's just an angry, angry guy. And yeah.
it just works really well.
Who do you think's gonna end his title run?
I think it's going to be Orange.
I think it's Darby now.
I can't see Darby as world champion. I just can't see it.
To save AEW, I think I could. So I thought it was going to be Darby at World's End, but it's definitely not going to be.
No.
I could see them doing it at the Australia show. I could also see them delaying it to Double or Nothing.
Yeah, Double or Nothing makes the most sense. It's their WrestleMania.
Yeah, I could see them because I thought it was World's End for sure, but now it's probably going to be that Fatal 4-Way.
But it'd be remember Moxley, Cassidy, Darby, and somebody else.
Oh no, Moxley, Christian Cage.
Oh, you're talking about what's coming up at World's End, right? Okay.
So and I don't think Darby's involved. Moxley,
no.
Christian Cage, Jay White,
and Hangman.
And Hangman? Yeah. I don't think Darby or Cassidy get involved in that, just to keep them away from it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. So my next one is the rise of Braun Breaker.
Yeah.
He got called up to the main roster pretty much on accident.
Right. Yeah.
Because of Brock Lesnar's ordeal, and that's not the last time this name will be mentioned in this stream. I'm just saying. He was I believe he was tag champ when he got called up, right?
Either that or he just lost it.
Okay, one of the two. But he came in like a wrecking ball, destroyed everyone, got eliminated by Dom, but we can forgive that. I just think Braun Breaker is like if you were to book a wrestler that's like strength, speed, and like agility, it's him.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right. That's pretty much my last one for WWE for the year. Because I have Shawn Michaels making stars, but I kind of already mentioned that.
Just mentioned that, yeah.
I love this whole darker side of Shinsuke. Definitely deserves the U.S. title. I didn't see that one coming, but I'm all for it.
I think if they book him correctly, it'll be worth doing. It's so hit and miss with Shinsuke over the last few years. We could see him lose it tomorrow.
It's true. Braun Breaker is buddies with Amar. He's got a faster 40 time than him according to Wade Barrett. He doesn't, but he doesn't. But well, here's the thing. They said he had a faster time than Lamar Jackson, a faster 40 time. Braun Breaker ran a 4.48, which is still very, very impressive.
Yeah.
But Lamar was in the 4.3s. Again, 4.48. For a man of his size, very impressive. But it's like, well, you didn't have to lie about that one. You could have just said he ran a 4.48 and it would have been fine. But yeah. All right. You're next up on AEW.
So I have it as an honorable mention, but I feel like we'll be moving to 2025 soon. And it's less of a top moment and more something I feel like should be talked about. And I feel like got lost in the shuffle a bit with this year. But the CM Punk Ariel Helwani interview and the response from AEW showing the footage like the week after was just such a funny time and like really showed that AEW were that petty.
The funny, I saw this tweet the other day because Punk and Rollins had that fight on Monday. Scrap, yeah. And somebody said, I now understand why Punk waited till Jack Perry was messing with his hair to punch him in the throat. Because that was the only shot he had. Like, oh my god. But yeah, that was a
few weeks.
It was a desperate ploy for attention. It was just really weird.
And it didn't work because because a lot of people watched Dynamite until they showed the footage in the middle of the show and then they turned it off.
Yeah.
And it was exactly how Punk described it.
Yeah, true.
Which was the massive issue, is that they showed it as if he was lying.
Yeah.
And if you play the clip of him on the interview at the same time as the clip from the backstage stuff, what he says literally happens in the time he says it.
Yeah, if he
It's
lied,
just
he didn't lie about much. But I
yeah.
remember him saying, and it was just such a funny line, something along the lines of, "I didn't throw a punch, I just choked him out." And it's like, well, that's not, that's still not good, but you still
No,
shouldn't
but,
be doing that.
no.
Oh, and oh my goodness, you see Ray Phoenix's tweet yesterday?
Yeah, I did. Yes.
He's like, somebody commented, they're like, "Have you tried punching Jack Perry to get out of a job?" And it's like, yeah. All right.
No, yeah, yeah.
Was Trick's neck getting stuck in the ropes a work? Yes, it was.
Yes,
Because
yes, it was. If
the
you watch his arms, he
you
quite
see,
clearly
yeah,
twists them. Yeah,
you see his arms. The ref is not really doing anything to.
and
Um,
if it was a shoot, they'd have panned away straight away with absolutely
they
zero hesitation.
they would have cut to black.
Yep,
You would have had Ridge Holland helping them, because I've seen
yep,
that before where they got caught in the
yeah,
ropes and they needed to. The other wrestler had to come help and get them out.
yeah,
So the ref would have been there. It would have cut to black. Ridge Holland would have had to help him. Yeah.
yeah.
So definitely a work for sure.
It was very smoothly done though.
Yeah, it was
Very
nice.
smoothly done.
Trick did well with it. I gotta give him credit.
Yeah.
But how many more?
Go off.
Um,
I mean, I can finish there. I mean, I've
yeah,
got a Will Ospreay being all elite, but that kind of is pretty self-explanatory.
yeah,
Will
okay.
Ospreay has been the backbone. If apart from Orange and Mox, who are the usual backbones, Ospreay has been the backbone of AEW this year. Just as far as match quality goes, and keeping Dave Meltzer happy and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because we
It's
can't
just
upset Uncle Dave.
But no, his matches have been very, very. There's a lot of Will Ospreay matches in my top 10 of the year. I'm a big Will Ospreay fan, not just the whole English thing, but he's just absolutely incredible.
That helps, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, is that the last one you got, or?
Yeah.
Okay, so you didn't say it. I'm shocked. Okay, so I can definitely say it now.
Yeah. I might have written down anyway, but
the one thing I really liked about AEW, they presented Mariah May as a star.
yes, I don't know. I kind of felt very obvious. I wanted to more Anthony Storm and kind of put Mariah May into it.
I agree with you for sure, but me personally, I didn't know who she was before AEW, and now she's like one of the biggest stars in the world, wrestling wise. And you know what? They booked her. They showed that she's a star, and good on her. Good on them.
Yeah, I think as far as breakout stars for AEW, she was number one.
Yeah,
she was
for sure.
Perfectly done. The feud with Tony, though the match didn't live up to the build I gave it on this channel last time I was here, I thought the build to the match was incredible.
I personally thought Mariah May slapping her mom was a nice touch, because she knew she was going to get cheered.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think for me, what didn't help Tony and Mariah was match placement going on second or third.
Yeah,
I feel like if it had gone on a bit later. Because then
or maybe
Britt and Monet. Yeah, but Britt and Monet didn't deliver at all. That was crap. They could have had that go on first and then have Mariah May and Tony Storm where that was. And it probably would have been received a bit better.
Well, Britt Baker's too busy fighting people backstage or whatever she's doing.
Or getting sick.
All right. On to 2025.
I have a lot more WWE ones in this one, by the way. I found it really hard to think of stuff for AEW, so but hopefully I won't see
only have WWE, so
yeah. Well, you told me to only do AEW, and I ignored you on purpose.
All right, so we mentioned. I'll start this one. Because obviously this is the biggest one. We mentioned it earlier. The Cena retirement tour.
Yes,
it's coming. It's going to be big, and
it's going to be emotional.
Yeah, I'm not ready to see him retire.
No.
He's probably going to wrestle at SummerSlam next year, so at least I get to see him wrestle one last time.
Yeah, when they announced that Elimination Chamber might be coming to the UK, I saw it as an opportunity to see him, and then they gave it to bloody Canada, and I was so annoyed.
They're going to give you something, though.
That's was my thing. That John loves the UK crowd. So for him to have a farewell tour and not come over here would be really stupid. So I'm hoping they come around at some point.
They're gonna give you something. Maybe Money in the
Surely.
Bank again. Maybe.
Maybe.
I
Or just
thought
a
you guys.
B-level pay-per-view. Just give us something with John on it.
Yeah,
That's all we really want.
I personally thought you guys were gonna get SummerSlam, but
No,
who ended up
because I
getting
don't
it
know.
shocked me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was annoyed when they went, oh, it's going to be in Elimination Chamber's going to be in Canada. I was like, great. Fantastic.
Well, you could go to Canada. You could. I'm just saying.
I just can't, though, can I? Because money and stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, to be fair, I have something about John written down on here. So
Yeah.
it kind of goes in. I don't want him to lose all the time. Because he hasn't won a
That's
singles match
fair.
since
I don't think he will.
2018. And
True. Yeah.
I just cannot deal with him just losing all the time to everyone. I don't
So
think they will, but I really don't.
yeah. Now, I think personally, he's gonna get the Intercon, and this is the next thing on my list. He's gonna get the Intercontinental. He's gonna cross that off his list.
Okay.
Then later in the year, he's gonna win the heavyweight.
You think he's
Or
going to get
WWE.
both?
He's
I
got.
think he's only getting one.
He's got to scratch the IC off. He has
Because
to.
I don't think John will want to do both.
He's
I
got
think
to
they
break.
might offer it to him.
He's got to break
But
the world title record for sure.
that's my preference. I'd rather him
Well, yeah, if I had to choose,
get the
but he
17.
should be an IC champion at least once. Even if you have him hold
Yeah.
it for a month, what does it matter? You know?
No, I know. I can see it being creative go to him and say, "Oh, we want you to win the world and Intercontinental," and then he goes, "No, I don't want to do that. That's not putting people over." Da, da, da. And him kind of rejecting
Stop being
it.
selfish, Cena.
Yeah.
Okay. So Ryan says, "Love you guys. See you at Pharaohs, Robert. I'll see you there for a little bit." Leo, I'll see you next week. And then he sent
Yeah,
that
no worries.
emoji. I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Guy biting his nails. I don't know. But yes, that leads into my next part. Cena. I want him to get both IC and World Heavyweight or WWE.
Yeah.
He deserves it.
Yeah, I would love him to get both. I just can't see him getting both.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, just can't see it.
All right. So your number one 2025 for
AEW. I've written on my paper that I want to see a women's match main event in AEW pay-per-view. It's the one thing they've not done is have a women's match main event.
They haven't?
But no, never. It's either been a world title match or like an Anarchy in the Arena. For the most part, for the majority.
Or like a lights
out.
Yeah.
But it's never been a women's match.
And now that I think about it, I guess that's never happened. Huh.
And like with the likes of Tony Storm, Ryan May, Mercedes Moné, Britt Baker, Gianna Perrazzo, Statlander, and so much more, they could really build to a main event match for the women. They just need to put more investment in to the women's division. I think overall it takes a step back to the men. But the thing is, I'd love to see. It's been a very, very long time since. I know it hasn't been a very, very long time since because we had the Nia and Rhea main event Elimination Chamber, but that wasn't a great build. Like it probably shouldn't have gone on last, and the only reason it did is because Rhea was
Australia. Yeah.
I'd like to see a women's main event in WWE that actually earns it through a great build,
like a Charlotte, Becky, Ronda.
Yeah, and I'm not saying it has to be WrestleMania.
Yeah, no,
just a pay-per-view that has that. Yeah, just a pay-per-view that has a women's main event.
Like the women's deadline match last night.
Yes. But I think the NXT treat their, again, like we said, they treat their women so much better.
Well, HBK's got a certain type. We know that.
BBL.
ain't nothing wrong with that. All right. My next one, because I said Cena heavyweight and IC title run. Yep. If you smell The Rock coming back.
Oh, that's gonna happen at some point.
Oh, I'm very eager for it. I can't wait because it's going to be him and Cody at WrestleMania. I just hope he. What do you think?
I don't think it's going to be Rock and Cody.
Who do you think it's Rock versus who?
Reigns, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if Rock's there. If Rock even has a match, he might just have a segment.
I don't think they're going to have Vegas Mania without Rock match.
I don't know. I'd be happy without a Rock match, but that's because I don't like The Rock.
Lord help me. Anyway, I guess we're all entitled to our own wrong opinions. Yep. Yes. All right. Yeah. The Rock coming back. Every time he comes back, you get a mic in his hand. It's electric.
Yeah.
And pretty much, yeah, I would love if he faces Cody. I would love to see him beat Cody. But then again, I would love to see
You'd have him
Ryback.
become champion.
I would love to see Ryback beat Cody right now. So
Well, that's because you hate Cody.
exactly, anybody. The guy's terrible.
I get accused of hating Cody, and I don't hate Cody.
Guy's
But
terrible.
I
No,
prefer
no,
other
Leo
people.
hates Cody.
I
Leo
don't hate
hates
Cody.
Cody. I can
I don't
confirm.
hate Cody.
I have the messages to prove it.
No, he doesn't.
He threatened to set Cody on fire one day, which I thought was a bit much, but
But you didn't disagree.
that's another story for another time. We're not talking about me right now. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it, but
No.
All right. Yeah, The Rock coming back. Hopefully, he fights Cody at Mania because he handed him the Black Adam movie ticket when he left last
So was
year.
the Moana. So was the Moana tickets.
I've seen that too. Somebody said it was a Black Adam ticket stub. I was like, oh my god! I was like, well, not many people saw that, so
Yeah,
yeah. All
very
right,
true.
what's up next for you?
I mean, again, it's in no particular order, but I would like to see Athena drop the Women's Championship of Ring of Honor to
Oh my
transition
god!
back to AEW.
Oh my god! How long has she been women's champion now?
Of like the longest, I think she's the longest champion in Ring of Honor
I
history.
I feel like she's been champion for like a year and a half now.
It may be even be longer than that. That's how like mental it is.
Jesus.
But
I'm
that's the
gonna
thing
look it
is that
up.
I want to see her transition to AEW and be just as dominant.
I mean, she started off on AEW.
Yeah, and then she lost
Athena.
immediately to Jade Cargill, like everyone pretty much did. And
Yeah,
then
well,
she kind of went to Ring of Honor after that. But the thing of the Fallen Goddess, the minions, all that kind of stuff, it's literally the only reason why I have any investment in Ring of Honor.
okay. So today is December 8th.
Yes.
She won it December 10th, 2022.
Yeah.
We're 2 days from 2 years. She's gonna have it 2 years. That's just
Yeah.
because they haven't taped anything.
No, and they've got Final Battle, but it's not till like
Till the
it's
20th,
not
I
till
think.
like till the 20th. Yeah. So
Who's she facing there? Do you know? I don't
I'm
know.
not sure.
Yeah,
I don't watch Ring of Honor. I
Oh,
don't
okay.
watch Ring of Honor. I just keep up with it, and I only watch the Athena stuff.
Gotcha. I think Athena has had over 700 days. Yeah, 728 to be exact. It's crazy. 2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gotta. Here,
I
you
just
keep
hope they
talking.
can.
I'll look up ROH who
Yeah,
she's facing.
it's just a
Final
case
round.
of having her transition back to AEW, which I know has her losing the Ring of Honor World Title, which isn't a great look. But then just have her come in and be just as dominant, and
Yeah.
like have her not quickly win a championship, but maybe take the title from Monet or whoever takes the title from Monet, and then just go from there. Really, where she just keeps that title for ages.
Yeah. Athena does not have a match yet as of right now.
I think she has a match on Ring of Honor this week that gets her to Wrestle Dynasty, which is the New Japan and AEW show. It's like Forbidden
the
Door, but it's
January
New
one.
Japan.
The January one. Yeah. It's like
So I think
January
they'll
5th
do
or
that
something,
match
right?
and then set up something else for her for Final Battle because they're doing it from the Hammersteins, so they'll have to do something with her.
Yeah, I don't know. Interesting though. And then Jericho's fighting Cardona.
I don't. Fun fact: my neighbor is friends with my Cardona.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting. Very interesting.
But
yeah,
I think Athena is just one of the best female talents probably in wrestling, and she doesn't get the recognition she deserves because she's in Ring of Honor.
Joe Farrow says, I think ROH crowns Billy Starks and Hammerstein. They fought 2 years ago, I believe it was, or last year, maybe, at Final
They
Battle.
fought a couple times, I think.
Yeah.
But
and isn't Billy Starks like her understudy or whatever?
I think that's the point. It's the fact that Billy Starks will eventually overthrow Athena.
Student defeats teacher. Yeah.
Yes.
All right,
Or
my next
minion defeats minion overlord.
Fair enough. All right, my next one, and this is going to be a little controversial. Oh, Billy turned on her recently. Okay, nice profile pic, by the way, Joe. I don't know what you're doing in there, but Ryan says Elf hit 15 views. Nice.
Oh,
We're
wasn't
on
it? It
our
was a
way.
good video.
Thank you. We're on our way back, baby. Joe Farrow said beer Viking. Sounds about right, knowing him. All right, my next one. I think he'll be
Just
back at some point this year. It's a little controversial, but I don't
oh, I
care.
think I know. Have you referred to this already?
Yep. Brock Lesnar. It's been a year and a
Yeah.
half, pretty much, since we've seen him.
Yes.
SummerSlam
Yes. SummerSlam.
2023.
Yeah.
And I refuse to let his last match be Cody Rhodes. I'm not.
Because you love Cody.
Never that. Brock just has this certain energy to him, this aura to him. I,
He's
he's
the
built like
definition of special attraction.
he's literally, what does McAfee call him? The alpha male of our species. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And it's just like
If the
whenever
if the aliens came, he's the one we
yeah,
send.
yeah, he's if the aliens came, he's the one we send to fight him off.
Yeah.
Joe
Yep.
Farrow says Adam Copeland and Christian win the tag titles together. Now, I'd rather Edge and Christian Cage win them.
But would you turn Adam Copeland heel? Because there's no way you're turning Christian face.
Yeah, you can't turn Christian.
You cannot turn Christian face.
Well, he's going to be a father figure to Edge, even though Edge might be older than him.
I think he's older. He looks older than him.
Well, yeah, in the face, Edge looks older than him, but body wise, it's like okay. Brock, because I want to see Brock have certain matches. I want to see Brock versus Braun Breaker. I want to see Brock and Gunther. Heck, maybe even Brock Cena run it back one more time. I don't know. Brock has a lot left to do, and he can help a lot of the younger talent.
Yeah. No, I agree completely. I mean, I'd love to see Brock back. I don't know. I feel like I don't mind if he doesn't. I feel like I become with the fact that I kind of accept the fact he might not come back. But if he does, it'd be great.
He's not one of those guys that you crave to see on TV weekly, but when he's there, it's like, oh, this is fun, one of those things.
Absolutely. Yeah. Plus, we're used to never seeing him much anyway, so.
Exactly. It's just an extended vacation for him.
Yeah.
All right. What's your next one?
So, again, some people might hate this. I don't want to see Bryan Danielson at all.
I could get on board with that.
So if we're going to sell this Moxley thing and him dying via his biggest foe, which is plastic.
Moxley murdered that man.
Yes. Then, yeah, we sell it really well. We give Danielson like a year off or over a year off. And he comes back in 2026 to really show how hurt he is/was. And yeah, I feel like we don't need him around. I know a lot of people absolutely love him. He has almost like a cult following behind him. But yeah, I don't feel like we necessarily need him. I feel like AEW can build a lot of people in his spot.
True.
Therefore, I also feel like it'd make it even more special when Final Countdown, I assume, hits for the first time since Wrestle Dream. Yeah. And the crowd will lose it. It's been over a year.
Yeah. I'm okay with keeping him off TV for a year. That he comes back in the 2026 Rumble, does his thing.
Oh, you don't come back in WWE?
No, I don't think he'll ever come back to WWE. Not after.
Well, he might do for the Hall of Fame, but.
Oh, for the Hall of Fame, sure, but not after his father-in-law got canned. All right, my next one.
Yes.
And we did mention this earlier, but SummerSlam 2025. New Jersey.
Yep.
I am going to that show. That's where Cena's going to win his 17th world. Yeah. That's where Cena's going to win his 17th world title. I'm hopeful. I'm a little selfish. I'm hopeful. But man, the first 2-night SummerSlam comes to New Jersey. It's cool. Wrestling history is continued in New Jersey because we had the last one-night Mania and we have the first 2-night SummerSlam.
Yeah.
It's a cool.
No, fair. Yeah,
technically, I don't think he can be pardoned because he never got charged with anything. But
No, I got no idea.
no, no.
I can't really say much input in that one.
Yeah, no. All right, what's your next one? I got two more.
I would like to see a WWE and TNA Worlds Collide event. And I mean WWE as in main roster WWE.
Yeah.
So you have the likes of, I don't know, Jordan Grace and Bianca Belair, Moose and Drew McIntyre. All those kind of matches. Josh Alexander versus Ilya Dragunov.
Yeah.
All that kind of stuff. I feel like it'd be a lot of dream matches. TNA have a lot of very, very good talent at the minute. And I feel like it would only help seeing them on a main roster PLE.
I agree. That TNA versus WWE main roster WWE. Yeah. It's interesting.
I did a video like a few months ago, like doing a card I'd like to see for this event.
Yeah.
And they could also do like the Survivor Series style men's and women's teams and kind of stuff. I don't know. I think it'd be a really, really fun show and really help teaming out.
I got one. It's a dream match. TNA versus WWE. We do
If
Dolph Ziggler. We do Dolph Ziggler versus The Miz. First time ever. Never been done before.
Wait, who's Dolph Ziggler?
Ryan Nemeth. Yeah. That guy. Pharaoh's a good point, Ryan. I don't think I thought that one through. Sorry, Leo.
It's fine.
TNA is going to lose Josh Alexander.
Yeah, true.
Speedball, so, yeah, it seems Josh Alexander.
They've already lost Speedball.
Yeah, Speedball's gone. Josh Alexander's on his way out, and I believe
February his contract.
I think he said February 15th or 14th, something like that. Yeah. So yeah, interesting. Okay.
I'd love to see Josh Alexander come to WWE though. Join American Made. If he's Canadian.
Okay.
Really funny.
Did you watch SmackDown last night?
Of course I did.
Why is Gable on SmackDown? I didn't watch. I'm sorry.
Because of the transfer window.
Oh, that started already? Oh, okay.
Yes. So on SmackDown, we saw Gable and American Made appear from Raw. We saw Gunther talking to Nick Aldis. And if you watched closely in the background, Dominic Mysterio was by himself talking to Nick Aldis.
Wow, I missed a lot. Okay.
Yeah.
Joe Hendry / MJF will be in the Rumble. MJF's not going to be in the Rumble. He signed a lot. Ryan was convincing me all last year. He's like, MJF's going to be in the Rumble. I told him, no, he's not. And look what happened. And there was no chance last year, but there's an even less chance this year. Joe Hendry might be in the Rumble, but his stock is kind of dropped. I don't know.
Dipped.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think it'll still be a bit like. I think it'll still happen. It just won't have the impact I think people wanted it to have a few months ago.
Yeah. If this was like the summer, it would have been crazy.
If they were doing what they did with Joe Hendry earlier, now, then they probably would get the pop they wanted at the Rumble.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. No. Yeah. Because was he popular during the last Rumble or no?
Who?
Joe Hendry. Or did this come after the fact?
This was just this year.
Okay. So this was post-Rumble. Because I said if this was last year in the Rumble, it would have worked very well.
No, I mean, he was in TNA still, but the TNA and NXT stuff wasn't happening.
Yeah. But I don't think he would be in the Rumble because like the crossover usually doesn't happen main roster-wise.
I know, special attraction. They know how popular Hendry is.
Nah,
especially if Hendry does some stuff for the Christmas #1 and Eurovision. It'll be popular. I'm just thinking casual fans and stuff.
True. Yeah. I mean, Eurovision. Anyway, all right. My next one. I have two more left, including this one. I want Braun Breaker to be a world champion this year. Like I said, I'm a big Braun Breaker guy. I don't care who he beats.
I think it might be too soon. I know that seems very thing, but I think this next year is going to be all about people like Cena, Punk, Rollins, Reigns, Gunther. And then next year, we're going to start transitioning into like a new main event scene where the likes of Breaker and Hayes and maybe like the Andrades and stuff will come up into the main event. No, probably not those two.
Whoa,
But
whoa, 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 whoa! We don't bash
I don't
those
like
two.
those two. I don't like them.
Oh, just
I
because
don't
Grayson
like them.
Waller's Australian?
No, because I don't think they're entertaining. That's all.
I think they're annoying. They I can't wait for them to turn Theory babyface.
Will it work as a babyface? Do you remember last time he was babyface and he was just an idiot all the time
When,
in the way?
what?
Like just
Oh,
before he
well,
joined the way.
well, he was like the idiot child.
Yeah.
It worked. It worked fine. The
I
one
don't
he
know.
when he.
I can't see him as a
Well,
babyface.
no. If you know his actual story, it's a smooth transition.
Okay, well I don't know his story, so
So he's the oldest of I don't know how many siblings.
fine.
But the one day his dad picked him up from school or whatever, and the dad was on something, and he knew it too. So they made it home fine and everything. But he said he vowed that day, like, I'm gonna be straight edge for my siblings. I have to look out for
Okay.
them. So, like,
Yeah.
if you put that story in there,
You put the real life stuff into the thing.
you have the easiest baby face right there. It's like how because everyone is like, wow, that's an amazing story. Good for you. Like, that's an easy one. But
He
maybe,
come, he
bro.
comes out. He comes out, says all that. Punk comes out. We get the Shredded Society.
Oh dear God. No, I'd quit. I would quit wrestling and pledge my allegiance to AEW. But yeah, I think I'm not going to say he's going to win the 2025 Rumble because that's not going to happen. But Braun Breaker for the 2026 Rumble, it's possible.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, no, I can see that.
What's your next one?
There's nothing I want more than to see
Oh,
Bianca Belair
dear
turn
God.
heel.
Oh, okay. I thought that was going in another direction. Yeah,
No,
I agree.
I've been watching some old NXTs when she first came in, and she does the same entrance with the same music, but as a heel. In NXT, she was a heel, but it's again same entrance, same music, same movements, same moves, same everything since about 2017 ish.
Hmm.
And I just want something to change when it comes to Bianca Belair. She's been on top of the women's division for years now, and it just needs a fresh look, fresh everything about it. In my opinion, it's so boring at this point.
Listen, look what it did for Drew.
Yeah,
he was
I
amazing.
honestly thought they were going to have her join the Profits and Bobby Lashley and then become like a heel supergroup, and that didn't work out at all. And yeah, for me, I don't think she attacked Jade, but I hope they go that way.
I don't think she attacked Jade either.
I don't think she attacked Jade either. But
no.
if they move it to her and she turns heel, I'm for it.
That's true. She needs a fresh coat of paint for sure.
Yes.
All right, and my last one.
Yep.
My last one. Please, for the love of God, give Drew McIntyre a legitimate world title run in front of a crowd.
No.
Please.
No.
Please.
Somebody will stop it.
Separate Punk from him. I'm done with Punk. He's dead to me.
Yeah.
He's 100% dead to me.
No.
It's been 4 years since he's had a legitimate run, and he's never had it with a crowd.
No. Oh, it'd be funny if they did it just after Money in the Bank, and then he got cashed in on.
No, I'd quit. I'd quit. I'd be done. You got to
just
give
become
him
a running
something.
meme that McIntyre just never becomes a world champion in front of people.
I mean, he's booked long term for WWE now, so we need it. We need it this year.
That's right. He's more than earned it. So yeah, I get everything why.
Yeah, and especially after the debacle of WrestleMania. All right, how many more you got?
I got one more.
All right, cool.
Yep.
And we wanted on that.
I want Will Ospreay to be world champion next year. Very simple stuff. I don't. Again, it's the bias of I think he's the best wrestler in the world right now. It's not really an English thing, but you can say that if you wanted to. But for me, he just needs to be world champion. I was convinced they were going to do it at All In, and then they gave us Swerve and Ospreay at Forbidden Door, which annoyed the hell out of me. And yeah, for me, I just want to see Will Ospreay as world champion.
It's not impossible.
No.
I don't think, because right now,
he could transition into this Moxley thing and be Mr. AEW.
He could. I was along the lines of Darby beats Ma. Somebody
No,
beats
Darby.
Darby, and then Osprey beats that
Great beat
person.
stuff. Okay,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
it's possible because I don't think Darby has a long run.
No,
He's just not. Yeah, like
just
he'll be
in
the
wrestling
one.
in general.
Yeah, he'll well, life,
Oh,
wrestling,
yeah,
the way he crashes into cars.
yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely not impossible. I think.
I think, like, speaking of Derby, when I was doing my 2024 list and I was really clutching at straws, I put down the glass spot for Revolution.
Oh my God, that what? Wait, was that this
That was
year?
March. Yeah,
Oh my God!
yeah.
Wow, it's been a
But I
long
feel like I
year.
was really clutching at straws with that one.
No, that's a fair moment. Wow, it's been a long year. It's been like almost
Yeah,
365 days. Huh?
no.
No,
But no,
nothing
yeah,
on
I
that
can.
one. Okay.
It's like if it is Derby, then Derby gets beaten by somebody, and then yeah,
Yeah,
Osprey is world
maybe
champion
like
going into 26.
a Bobby Lashley.
Oh, Bobby Lashley will kill Derby
Well,
in half.
that's true. Does Ryan Gosling still fight? I mean, Orange Cassidy. No, Ryan Gosling plays quarterback for the Detroit Lions, and if you don't get the joke, go look up Jared Goff. He looks like a Timu version of Ryan Gosling. Yeah. Yeah, the Darby Allen spot. I remember watching that. I'm like, oh, I was drunk as
Yeah, it
anything, but
was.
even I was like, oh, that's
Yeah,
just
it was
disgusting.
disgusting. Yeah,
Hmm.
and it will live forever.
That's true. Now, I'm not sure. I wish I could. You know what? Let me check for a minute to see if I put your YouTube channel in the bio. I don't remember if I did, and I'm sorry if I didn't. Let me see if
I
I did.
suppose it can be forgiven.
Yeah, did I? I don't remember. No, I didn't. All right. So I'm gonna
Honestly,
readjust that after. But go subscribe to the Wrestling Retrospective. I believe that's all you got to
yes,
type in, and it will come up.
hopefully.
Um, yeah, truthfully, I don't know. Yeah, go subscribe to them
Yep.
if you're looking for the account and you can't find it. Message me. I will get you those details for sure.
This is a light blue, got lion and wings and the earth on it.
Yeah, that's pretty
Hopefully,
much
it'll
it.
stand out.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, your things should come up. I can't imagine it won't.
Yeah.
Your name is unique enough. But yes, go subscribe to Leo at the Wrestling
Yes.
Retrospective. I will be having Leo on the channel in
Friday.
5 days to
Yes.
talk to Nick Dinsmore, aka Eugene from
Eugene.
WWE. You know, the guy that stole
Yes.
every wrestling move imaginable, but it was okay.
Made it work.
Yeah. So, but until next time, and do this for Leo as well. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that like button. And I believe I have a stream next Sunday, folks. I believe I do. We're gonna have to work that out. And then I'm hoping to have at least. So I'll have the Eugene stream, hopefully the movie stream. I'm hoping to have at least 4 more streams by the end of the year. And that sounds crazy because we have 3 weeks left. But one of them is going to be. You won't see my face at all, probably. We're going to be determining our wrestling draft order, which is going to be an interesting test run. But hey,
Sure.
and then yeah, Leo, do you have anything you want to add? Anything you want to promote?
Yeah,
Anything of that
there's a
nature?
lot. There's still a
Okay.
fair bit of content coming to my channel. The review of Deadline should come out either today, later, or tomorrow. I have a landscape of wrestling 3-part series I'm doing, talking about stuff I want to see next year, kind of more in depth, and lists such as my top 10 pay-per-views of the year. And then in the new year, I have my wrestlers of the year, matches of the year, breakout star of the year, and predictions of who I think will be stars of 2025. So lots of content
Very
coming to the
nice.
channel. So yes, do go and subscribe. There's a lot coming up.
There you go. Yep. Go subscribe. Like I told you, Wrestling Retrospective. If you for some reason can't find it, but you should promote your IG too.
Oh, my Instagram is just the_wrestling_retrospective.
That way, in
Pretty simple
case they
stuff.
can't find the YouTube, they message you. Boom, boom, boom.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that kind of jazz. And for the second time on our stream, me and you have done an hour and 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah. See.
Ain't that funny? But
Poor system.
anyway, until next time, I am Bobby from Bobby's Breakdowns, joined by Leo from the Wrestling Retrospective. And we will see you all next time, probably sometime. And, well, we'll see you next week on my
We'll
channel.
see you next week
But-
for Eugene, but
True, but there's one-on-one stream. We'll see you in 2025. Later, everybody. Bye-bye.
see you later.